CCW, the title that scares America. CCW allows people like me and you to carry a weapon, usually a pistol of sorts, around in allowed locations without anyone knowing. You usually have to be 21 in most states, 18 in a few, and pass a background check and take a test, take a course of sorts, and you can carry a weapon. A lot of people are scared of it. The fact that people all around them have guns and want to take it away. I'm here to persuade you to think that it doesn't hurt us as much as it helps us out. We have the Constitution, and it gives us the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. And a lot of people want to take that away. It's not fair that we fought for our country back in the day and earned all these rights just for future presidents, future groups to just take it away. A lot of people are worried that crime rates increase with CCWs because people out of nowhere can just open fire on people and be allowed to do it, when that's not at all the case. A lot of incidents show that CCWs not only stop crimes before they're committed, but save a ton of people's lives. Like one incident in Winnemucca Bar, like May 2008, Ernesto Villagomez opened fire upon 300 people. 2 people were immediately struck by the gunfire and fell, while a concealed carry owner from the crowd pulled his gun and fatally shot the dude before he could kill any more people. Another case is an Uber driver critically wounded a Chicago gunman. Like, he saw Everto Custodio, he's 22, open fire on a crowd milling about Logan Square. The driver, who was 47, took out his concealed carry pistol and hit Custodio several times, disabling him from shooting bystanders. No bystanders were hit by bullets, and no other injuries were reported. Another incident, a barbershop. An argument happens, a man pulls a gun, opens fire in an establishment which also had children. A concealed carrier heard what was going on and fatally shot the gunman in the chest. People say that calling the cops will hold the same effect. We don't need guns, the police will save us. But if a gunman opens up and starts shooting everybody, the cops aren't going to be there immediately. The only thing that stops a man with a gun is a man with a gun. Whether they be good or bad, that's all that matters. Since 2007, the number of handgun permits has soared from 4.6 million to over 12.8 million. And since then, the murder rates have fallen from a 5.6 killings per 100,000 people to just 4.2. About 25% dropped, according to the report from the Crime Prevention Research Center. And since Illinois has started granting concealed carry permits this year, the number of robberies that led to arrests in Chicago has declined 20% from last year. According to police department statistics, reports of burglary and motor vehicle theft are down 20% and 26%, respectively. In the first quarter, the city's homicide rate was at a 56-year low. Being a son of 2 CCW owners, it puts in perspective what they can do to save people just like me and you. What happens when you're in a store and a guy just comes out of nowhere with a gun? You're not going to have time to call the cops. But I'll tell you what, a guy from the crowd will have a CCW and he'll stop the gunman. Maybe not in time to save a few people, but definitely enough time to save 100. There was a report where a man brought a worker at this mental hospital brought a gun, like he was concealed carried, and their guns weren't allowed at the hospital. A mental patient came on and started shooting up everybody. And you know what stopped him? The man that decided to break the rules and bring the gun in. This just shows how, at some locations, not allowing concealed carry is okay, but it'd be way better if in those areas certain individuals were given the privilege the concealed carry. At school, there's military teachers. There's cops still at some schools, but what about the ones that are not? There's so many incidents of schools getting shot up, and churches, and planes being hijacked, and all of the sense. Just think about how those could have been prevented if guns were allowed to be brought aboard. Because regardless or not, a criminal isn't going to care about the rules. They're going to do what they want. And taking the CCW away, taking the gun rights away, isn't going to stop the bad guys from getting guns. It's only going to make it easier for them to hurt us, to get what they want. Not too long ago, a couple terrorists were killing a bunch of people just because they were denied the right to have guns. That was simply it. It was on the news a while ago. And that just goes to show how taking that right away isn't going to help us, and how we should all be persuaded to boost the Second Amendment and allow CCWs. I'm Alex Beller. Thank you for listening to my speech.